here with reporting to hold the powerful accountable as we rebound Tampa Bay.
It was a system designed to fail. That's what Governor DeSantis says about Florida's unemployment website, plagued with problems for years. As thousands struggle to file for benefits and help paying their bills, we're uncovering new details about the company behind the broken system, the campaign cash its political action committee gave to local politicians, and how its related firms secured millions of dollars in contracts funded by your tax dollars, even as the state's top leaders questioned its work.
We were told that we were going to be let go. We were going to get our unemployment. No problem.
Literally for a month, I tried calling them nonstop through the day and never got a hold of anybody.
They both lost their jobs during the height of the pandemic shutdown.
And then finally get through and they tell us they can't even log into their own system.
I actually, same thing, went on the computer, kept getting knocked off.
And after weeks of trying to file for unemployment,
So I don't have any answers anymore. I don't know what to do.
Ricky Carls and Kelly Foss both gave up.
I'm so mad that I'm not even the same person that I was 2 months ago. You know, I'm not even the same person I was. I never, ever thought life is hard enough, you know, for regular people to get by. You know, never in my life did I think that this would happen.
But it is happening to thousands of Floridians laid off after an unprecedented economic shutdown aimed at stopping the spread of the deadly coronavirus. The ultimate catch-22, lives versus livelihoods, putting government leaders in the position of deciding what's more important, your job or your safety. But as more is revealed about the state's unemployment system, it's the decisions made years before the outbreak that are now being questioned.
What do you think is really going on here?
The system was designed to not pay benefits to people.
Labor attorney Ryan Barak says after the Great Recession decimated jobs in Florida, former Governor Rick Scott and Florida lawmakers created an unemployment system that cut benefits and imposed new requirements on people seeking to collect. The same law set the state's unemployment check at $275 a week, one of the lowest in the nation, and set the stage for a website with a well-documented history of failures.
Why do you think the system was set up to be that way?
It does a couple things. One, it made it so that the economy appeared to look better than it actually was, which helped Rick Scott's political fortune.
The company hired to build that system in 2013, Deloitte. Considered one of the world's largest accounting firms, the client list for Deloitte and its related firms spans the globe and includes several state governments, including Florida, which paid Deloitte $77 million to build the website known as Connect, the gateway to Florida's unemployment system, at a site Governor Ron DeSantis has said was designed to fail.
We had a system that was a disaster.
But in the very same press conference, the governor also blamed the unemployed for filling out their applications incorrectly.
I can tell you that DEO goes through this, and 9 times out of 10, the application's incomplete.
But in January, just months before record unemployment, we found the political committee supporting the governor, Friends of Ron DeSantis, accepted $3,000 from a Deloitte firm. Deloitte's Political Action Committee has also given $3,000 to DeSantis' past congressional campaigns since 2013.
The system is not just a debacle. The system is an epic fail.
Beginning in 2015, annual state audits found dozens of glitches in the Connect system that Deloitte designed, including technical errors and system defects, all of it contributing to a backlog of claims. Even before the audits, the Department of Economic Opportunity started fining Deloitte $15,000 a day in 2013 because of problems. Deloitte says it fixed the problems and completed its work 5 years ago. We asked whether DEO dismissed those fines or made Deloitte pay. We're still waiting to hear back.
My staff of 3 works 8 and 10 hours every day talking to people who are on the verge of suicide, who don't have money.
State Senator Janet Cruz says her office is now being flooded with emails and calls from Florida's unemployed.
Deloitte owes us a refund, and someone needs to sue them.
But here's the shocker. The state of Florida was actively suing Deloitte for a completely different issue when it hired the company's consulting arm to build its unemployment website.
They understood the risks. everyone had to understand the risks that were involved in this $77 million project, yet they did it anyway.
In this 2010 lawsuit, the state accused Deloitte of malpractice for failing to perform its auditing obligations of insurance companies that folded after a string of hurricanes. The lawsuit went to trial, and the jury ruled in favor of Deloitte in 2015. But as the case made its way through the court system, the state hired Deloitte's consulting arm for the $77 million Connect job.
I'm really apologetic and ashamed that we haven't served our citizens better.
We followed the money and found state election records show a Deloitte firm has doled out more than $251,000 since 1997 to Florida's politicians, who have a direct say in the state's unemployment policies. Since 2000, federal election reports also show Deloitte's Political Action Committee has contributed millions of dollars to members of Congress from Florida, both Republicans and Democrats.
And how powerful is that company?
They were powerful enough that even after the issues arose with Connect, they were still able to convince Florida to give them a very large contract with DCF.
That's right. Even after being sued by the state and fined by the state, the consulting arm of Deloitte was hired by Florida, landing a $16 million contract with DCF for a different project in 2016.
But not everyone in Tallahassee was turning a blind eye to the state's unemployment problems. Former state representative Dan Rollerson here in Plant City was urging state lawmakers to fix Connect years ago. He says his concerns were mostly ignored.
This has turned into a nightmare.
Rollerson, a Republican, sat on the auditing committee and says year after year, the same problems with the state's unemployment website kept coming up.
Do you think that this system was designed to fail?
Well, let's put it this way. If someone designed it to fail, they need to go to jail. It's as simple as that.
In April, a class action lawsuit was filed in Florida against Deloitte Consulting and DEO, alleging negligence surrounding the state's failing unemployment website. In court filings, Deloitte says it is no longer in charge of the unemployment website. It has told ABC Action News its work on Connect ended in 2015, and saying, quote, "We have not been involved in the system since then. Clearly, any lawsuit involving us would have no merit."
At the end of the day, who do you think is to blame for this?
Governor's office. Simple as that. The DEO is under the purview of the governor's office. They are the ones that receive the reports. They're ultimately the ones that are responsible for this, and they need to get it fixed.
What do you want to say to the governor?
I want to say, help us. You know, I work in your town. I work in downtown Dunedin. That's your town. I'm your person. I'm one of your people. You know, that's where I work every day. I take care of your community. Take care of us. You know?
On May 4th, Governor DeSantis ordered an investigation into the Connect website. Florida's unemployment office told us they're now making daily improvements to the system, and claims are now being processed faster.